connect wallets. Apogee. So now you see, we do recognize that the lending app now wants to pair with Apogee. So we have these permissions that appear on the screen. This is all coming in from TX Manifest. So now we're going to connect. And first thing we want to do is choose borrow. And I'll create a new borrow offer, which I have to enable. And this is the time where I have to actually prepare that one transaction. This is only a one-time thing per pairing, is that right?
This is once per wallet. This is what creates the factory NFT.
Exactly. So then you can see we sort of buried all the tech details. If you want to see all the related transaction data, but for a human readable version, we have this now. So let's approve that. This will then confirm on chain. So we need a minute for that to finish pending. You'll see
and the Apogee currently knows about this through TX Manifest.
Yes.
Yeah. So Apogee has a built-in registry of TX manifests that it knows about, which currently is only the lending contract, but you could add more. And in the future, I have heard talk of you guys working on a publicly accessible registry of contracts and manifests that you guys have audited or verified somehow and sign off on. I'm getting a thumbs up from Mike. Yeah. So rather than having so rather than having a built-in hard coded registry, maybe we could add a Blockstream's public key into Apogee and be like, I trust any contracts signed off by Blockstream, and not so much that you trust whatever that contract does. You would still need to check what exact action you're taking, but you would trust that action is what it says it is, if that makes sense. So
the accuracy of, for example, TX Manifest files that are distributed or at least signed this way.
You still would not want to enter into random loan agreements here with random people, but if it says, hey, you're signing a transaction that puts this much collateral up as a loan, you could trust that is accurate. This Apogee does not know how to, like I was mentioning before, it doesn't know how to, for example, fully recover the state file. It doesn't actually handle the state files of any of these contracts. It just knows, given a particular TX Manifest action that the lending app wants to do, it knows how to take its own wallet UTXOs and that TX Manifest action and construct the transaction. Yeah, so right now, in short, the registry lives in Apogee and it contains a single TX Manifest, the lending contract. So, we got the factory NFT minted. Daniel, you want to create a borrow offer here?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and make this offer. So I've adjusted the collateral to a more moderate amount. This is 20,000 sats, and now I can take out that full $4 loan. So the risk is lower because I've added more collateral. So I'll hit the create borrow offer, and now it's going to ask my wallet to approve that over here, and it's showing me all the terms, and those are the terms that should be exactly what I see on the screen over here. So principal is $4 in the test asset. Anyway, so for test asset, not exactly $4. Collateral is the liquid Bitcoin equivalent, right? So there's the 20,000 sats. It's showing me what the interest will be here. So I'm going to pay back an extra 50 cents for 0.5 test tokens. And then there's a expiry. So this is a 10-minute loan, so we have to complete all actions by then. And my wallet just locked, so let me unlock it. Hopefully that will still be here. Oh, I have to do this again, don't I? We didn't anticipate that. We have to build in the fallback for when the wallet locks. So I'm going to have to create that lending offer again. So now you can see transaction is currently in process. Once that block confirms, then this will stop saying pending in both places. and then we'll have Kami will then be able to find that offer. So I'll switch over to his screen.
Sweet.
Right. So that's looking good. I'm going to stop sharing and then let you take over.
So yeah, if we go to the actual official lending contract site, this is not our fork of it. You can see it shows up here because this is the same exact simplicity contract on our version. We just piped in TX Manifest. So you can see this open offer. I'm going to go ahead and accept. And it's asking for 4 test USD, which is exactly how much I have. So if we go ahead and look at the transaction here while we wait for it to confirm, you can see we moved the 4 test asset over. This is my, I believe this is my lending, my lending NFT, my factory NFT, and then here is me claiming it again. And I confirmed. All right, sweet. One thing I just want to point out here, this is a convention that I'm totally open to either standardizing or changing, or I don't know how you guys feel about it. But one thing I added was, in order for Apogee to be able to do mnemonic-only recovery, not necessarily of the contract instance and state, but at least of just the visual, like what is happening here in this transaction. I added a op return that starts with the text TXMF, and then it has this this gobbledygook here is the hash of the TX manifest file, and then a short hash of the action within that manifest. So essentially, it's just enough information for Apogee. If you do a mnemonic-only recovery, this will all look exactly the same. It'll see, okay, this is I funded a loan. This was a claiming of the borrowed funds, blah, blah, blah. So it knows at least just semantically like what action for what contract happened in a particular transaction.
You saw
anyway,
Mike give you a thumbs up on that.
I missed the thumbs up. Thank you.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
So in the interest of time, and I don't want to get liquidated, we have 6 minutes left.
Oh, yes. Sorry for the distraction there. You wanna switch back, and
here's my borrows. So I can pull this one up, and at the bottom I can claim my principal. That's right. That's how we do this, right?
Yep. Yeah. Just for people listening, now or later, the 4 like test dollars that I have, I put into the contract. I did not send it directly to Daniel's wallet. And the reason for that is so that the contract essentially knows that I put the money there. Like if I just sent it to Daniel directly, the contract wouldn't see that. So there needs to be this kind of handoff where I put it in the contract and the contract knows I funded it, and then Daniel has to claim it. So from a UX standpoint, it's a little funky.
I didn't get the money until I hit the claim button, but I still have to wait the next block for that to appear. So you see it's coming into the wallet now. My $4 is here, and my test amount has gone up by 4. It was 13 before, now it's 17. So just to wrap this one up, I have claimed the $4, the 4 test funds. I've had fun with them, and now I'm going to pay them back. So this is the repayment screen, and you can see this is inclusive of the 0.5 test that will be sent back. There's also a 10% protocol fee, which I wasn't quite sure where that came from.
It actually, Daniel, I'll explain. So the lender receive 0.45, and 0.05 goes to the protocol.
Right.
That's actually fee of the host of the whole protocol. This is
so who takes that fee?
Huh?
Who does that fee go to?
The owner of the contracts can claim all the fees from all the loans later.
I see. Okay, I see.
This is actually
somewhere.
Yeah, to someone who actually deployed all the contracts, and this is very similar to reserve factor for platforms like Aave, Compound, and that kind of decentralized lending protocols on Ethereum.
So just to wrap up our demo here, I've got one more transaction where I can actually claim my money back. So you guys know the drill at this point. We propose the action in the app, prove and execute here. And then you can see just in the two, I guess in this transaction and the new one that's about to show you up. Yeah, I gave up 4 tests and I ended up with 4.45. And I also want to just point out, I do really love the fact that the questions related to the simplicity contract itself could be asked to Mike and the other Blockstream folks that had a hand in designing it, and not towards me and Daniel. Like the separation that the separation of concerns that TX Manifest allows for is it's really cool. The fact that I don't need to know all of the nitty gritty details behind that simplicity contract in order to have my wallet power them nonetheless.
It's just so great to see like it being used, and because this was exactly what I was hoping to achieve, was that like you can just import the TX manifest and then interact with protocols, and like within a very short amount of time now interact with protocols that you didn't write, which is, man, yeah, it's fantastic to see it. I'm just so glad you guys have. It's so I'm so grateful that you guys have taken the time to dig into this and work through it. It's just, yeah, it's great to see.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. It really has been like a pleasure to use. It's a great sort of abstraction to build on. One final, I don't know, question or talking point that I have is, I guess it's more of a question. I kind of made some. I just made some design choices as far with this Apogee integration with TX Manifest, as far as how a wallet, like what transport a wallet should use in the web browser, and as far as how TX Manifest is actually integrated, as RPCs in that transport. And I feel like the next step here is to standardize this. I'm curious if that's something that you guys want to take the reins on, or if you want me to throw together a draft ELIP of like what I've done and kind of get the ball rolling there. That feels like the next step.
Yeah, either an ELIP, or even just if you create an article on the community forum, I think we can start a discussion there. I know Artem will have some ideas because he was working on the humid side of things. So,
Yeah.
and in my original PR, I took some choices as well. But let's start a discussion and then let's start standardizing on it. So, yeah.